Cash for Clunkers come on 2009, July 1st, 2009. Cash for Clunkers come on board. Initially slated for $1 billion worth of sell us your junk so that we can scrap it and throw it in the trash and not use it and destroy the engines, and you can go buy a new car. Okay, so if that's 2009, now you're talking the 2010s, right? You're talking early production 2010s cars in middle late 2009. Weird how this lines up, right? I thought so. It's really crazy. And I always thought the Cash for Clunkers was always kind of suspect to begin with, but the more research I've done, the the worse it gets. It's just horrible. I heard that they put concrete in the engines to make sure that they were destroyed. It was actually what they called liquid glass, and what that would do is once it heats up, it would seize the bearings and all that stuff and make the engines absolute garbage. Just grenade the motors. Silica. So, July 1st, 2009, and the requirements is that the vehicles had to be less than 25 years old. So we're talking the exact second half of this window. From 68 to '08, we're talking the last 25 years of this window is exactly what Cash for Clunkers is targeting at this point. And it's really interesting because they're going to give you 4,500 or 3,500 depending on the nuances and how many miles a gallon this got and how many miles a gallon that got. But they're going to give you 35 or $4,500. The vehicle has to get less than 18 miles per gallon. So you're talking V8s, all the V8s of this golden era, the second half of this golden era, all these V8s and all these rock solid six cylinders that may be low on power, they may get not the greatest gas mileage, but they will last forever and you can work on them. They had to be insured, they had to be registered for a year prior leading up to this, so no sneaking in your actual junk that probably deserved to be crushed, but running and driving, it had to run and drive, it had to be a running and driving good car. So they're taking, and the number was 680,000, give or take, used cars that they took off the road for Cash for Clunkers. Atrocity. War crimes. And the sick thing was, it wasn't even cash. This was money that was going straight to the dealerships, which they could have marked off that money to begin with. So it was all padding the pockets of the car manufacturers. So it wasn't actual cash. I mean, you call it Cash for Clunkers. It should be credit for decent running vehicles that weren't junk. Let's talk about the numbers. The numbers of some of the vehicles. The top 10 list, and I'll probably get the numbers off or wrong a little bit. There's different numbers out there from different sources, different lists, and different. And I think I got my list off of the Drive. There's a website, the Drive, and some of my lists come off of there. The most commonly traded in vehicle during the summer of 2009 was the Ford Explorer four-wheel drive. A whopping, some numbers say 40,000, another number said 46,000, and I don't know if that was two-wheel drives or what. Also, 40 to 46,000 Ford Explorers were traded in. So that's 3 liters, 4 liters, and 5.0s. All decent motors. All very, I mean, by today's standards for a Ford, great motors. The second most vehicle traded in was a Ford F-150 two-wheel drive pickup truck with 31,261 of those. And so we're talking between 70 and 80,000 just for the top 2 and their Fords. And all those Fords had the inline 6 or the 5 liter. 2 great motors for the Fords. The rest of the top 10, Jeep Grand Cherokees, 25,000. Ford Explorer two-wheel drive. Oh, okay, so that's 20 more thousand of those. So we're talking 60,000 Explorers. I guess if you're an Explorer guy, that hurts you. That hurts your everything. The Jeep Cherokee four-wheel drive. So that'll be your regular Cherokees. 19,000 of them. The 4 liter. The 4 liter and the little, 2.5 liter 4-cylinder? Well, no, because they would have got better than 18 miles a gallon. So 19,000, thumbs down. 19,000 Jeep Cherokee four-wheel drives. Dodge Grand Caravan, okay, no big loss there. 19,000 of them though. Chevy Blazer four-wheel drive, 15,000 of those. And I expect, I looked over some of the numbers. I think that was more of the S10 style Blazers. I could be wrong. Number 8, the Ford F-150 four-wheel drive, 14,000 of them. The best six-cylinder ever, 302s. Maybe even, and probably some 351s in there too, I would imagine. And the Chevy C1500 pickup truck, two-wheel drive, 14,000 of those gone, all those parts. And the Ford Windstar was number 10. Okay, so the Ford Windstar was really not a great vehicle to begin with. They served a purpose, but that's not, I mean, that's the only non-loss I see out of the top 10. Now let's talk to the special stuff. 122 Corvettes. Cash for clunkers. 202 El Caminos. That's even worse. 1,566 Mustangs. This one hurts. 4,898 Ford Broncos. And that wouldn't be the Bronco 2 because I'm sure they got better than 18 mile a gallon. So that's, well, 5,000 Broncos. That would be from, what's that, 83 to 97? Golly, that hurts. This one also hurts a lot. 899 Land Cruisers. Those things would still be on the road today. And a Supra and a Cyclone to round it out. And then look them up. There's so much more. I mean, we're talking 680,000 cars we crushed, but that's just the top of it. Now let me catch up with you guys. So the XJs, yes, the XJs. We had a 4-liter cracked heads with the trademark. We called it the Exploder. Yeah, and the 4-liter Jeeps absolutely had their problems, for sure. They weren't, I mean, they are, in my mind, one of the best 6-cylinders ever made, but they have their problems, just like everything else. But it's not cam phases and all this late model junk. 300 6-cylinder, great engine. All right, so I'm all caught up with you. So they did all this, and they called it for. They said this is for the automotive industry. This is to help us get rid of these low mileage cars, and this is to help save the environment, and this is to help spur on the economy. And out of the 680,000 cars, they said like half of those people were going to buy a car in the next year anyway. So did it really spur on the economy? And if they did that, that would have been that many cars that went to, if they were really that bad, they would have went to wholesale. And this is where we get into the used car market getting gutted in 2009, 2010. Like, I don't know how many years it took for them to rebound, but if you were selling used cars in 2009 when this came online, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you because they made your life really hard. Now, on top of that, so you've gutted the used car market. Anybody that was relying on car donations like St. Vincent de Paul, Salvation Army, those type of organizations, the nonprofits, you got to believe that their numbers went down. So we're propping up the big three, and we'll get into that. It wasn't even the big three because the mass amount of cars that were bought were all foreign. So the top 6 cars that were bought from Cash for Clunkers was the Toyota Corolla. Go Toyota. They sold almost 30,000 of those. The Honda Civic, almost 27,000 of those. The Camry, 25,000. The Ford Focus, okay, so there's a domestic. The Ford Focus, 21,000. The Hyundai Elantra and the Nissan Versa. That's what was bought with Cash for Clunkers money. All right. Yeah, so YouTube obviously are really hating. I don't know where they cut me off. If you guys let me know in the comments what the last thing was what I told you. That's a shame. Too much truth for the YouTubes, I suppose. I do thank you guys for sticking around. So they gutted all these cars in order for everybody to go buy a little foreign job. Which, if you were driving an F-150 and you were getting oh 18 mile a gallon before, and now you got a Corolla that goes 36 mile a gallon. Are you really saving anybody anything? Because now they're going to just drive the car twice as far. They're going to spend the same amount in gas. They're going to wear the cars out faster. It just seems like a wash to me. But it wasn't even cash off the cars. It was credit off of cars. So they gutted the used car industry. If I had told you guys about that, this absolutely gutted the used car industry. The guys that were selling used cars at this point, I don't know how they made. I don't know how they made it by. If you were selling cars in 2010, it must have been rough. The vehicles, the used parts industry, all these cars had to be. They all had to be processed by 6 months. So 6 months for 680,000 cars to be processed. So all the prices of everything would have went way down for a short amount of time because there was so much extra parts, but there was no engines because the engines were all destroyed. And then how did this affect steel prices? I imagine scrap steel had to go down in the early 2010s. And then the industries that rely on car donations, St. Vincent de Paul, Salvation Army. I won't say the one that starts with a G because they're a ripoff anyway. Whatever. YouTube might freeze me again, but I'm not gonna say their name. But and then all the people, and then the auction houses. So all the used car dealerships, the auction houses, all this stuff, they just cut it off dry.